January 8th, continuing on my commitment to tackle this social media, digital engagement, balanced life, all that kind of stuff. I learned one thing yesterday. I guess the camera was in the wrong position, so today this is where I'm at. I'm on my way to my office. This morning I have a meeting with my boss, who's a really nice man, super sweet individual as a human being, just not a very good manager. He doesn't communicate all that well, tends to a lot of gotcha moments, or always working an angle, passive aggressive, very passive aggressive. I'm not used to that. In fact, I'm not used to having a job where I have to report to somebody that isn't part of or a member of the board. Most of my career has been working with executive leadership in the C-suite and or board of directors, etc. So this is weird, but I'll get through it. I prepared a whole bunch of documents for a presentation on the market, saturation in the market, the current revenue streams, and outlined the goals for the division, which really isn't my role, but we don't have them. So I hope he doesn't see it as I'm stepping on his toes or I'm getting out over my skis. It's just how I operate, and sometimes people like it, sometimes they feel threatened, and whatever. I don't know what to do. I did start my day today with a devotion. I made a commitment yesterday also to focus on my relationship with God, that I would start my day that way again. Tammy was, she loved Jesus, and all she wanted to do was take people to him, introduce him to those people, and she was the face of God on this earth to me. So part of my commitment going forward to honor her and glorify God is that I will begin my day now with a devotion. And so I started with some scriptures and stuff like that, and it was awkward because I have a hard time. My mind gets going in 50 other directions about what I need to do for the day and what my commitments are, and I don't like to let people down. In fact, that's probably my two worst character traits, but I think they're the best. But they always get in front. I always end up having problems with them. And one is I like to please. I want to please people. I want to make people happy. I love to see them smile. I love a handshake going thanks so much or anything like that. It means a lot to me. I don't know why, but that's who I am. And then second, as I'm afraid of failure. My upbringing, and I'll get into it over some of these talks. My dad left when I was 2. I never had a relationship with him. Single mom, poverty, Section 8 housing all my life. Government housing, government food, government cheese, government money. I left home when I was 15. All of those things. I have a huge fear of failure. And so sometimes the desire to please gets in the way of my fear of failure, and they conflict with each other, and it becomes a real problem. So my morning devotion this morning, while I was thinking about sidetracked with 50 things I need to get done this morning, I tried to focus on the scripture in front of me, and it was a good one in that it spoke to doing my job and doing my work for this company, to do it for God. And I had never really focused much in terms of my work in that regard. I've always focused on doing it for the man, if you would, or for myself, for my income, for my bank account, for my family, for all of those things. And I think that's okay. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad or anything like that. I'm just saying I've never looked at it past that. And this morning I'm thinking that after reading that maybe what I need to focus on is how God sees this, and just trust my instincts, not get wrapped around the axle so much about what the company or my boss or anybody else like that might be looking for, angles, etc. But focus on doing the best I can so that it glorifies God. Honestly, I've never done that. So here's a start today. The company I work for is a pretty cool company. They're good, like I said yesterday, they're a decent group of people. They're a mechanical contractor. They do about $1 billion a year. The role I have is a decent leadership role. There's still some room for growth if I want it. I don't know that I want it. I definitely don't want to be tied to a desk or personal production. I'd rather lead, coach, mentor, use my experience and skill set to do that. It's one of the things that I want to do in this social media stuff too, is that I want to be able to create communities and I don't know if you call it products or books or whatever, like I talked about yesterday, but ways that people can take advantage of my experience, my past failures, my successes, and develop their own business plans, etc. I've done a lot of consulting for big companies, you know, between 50 and $200 million companies, JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and all those kind of people. And I've done it for small companies too, you know, mom and pop shops, people that are just trying to get off the ground. They got a good product or they've got a good service and they just lack some guidance on infrastructure and sales, things, marketing, go-to-market strategy, etc. So I want to try and put something like that together for everybody that happens to find this interesting and offer sort of my services. I think maybe I'll write some books and maybe some short sort of to-do task sheets and things like that for different segments of different markets. One of the things that is absolutely true is that there's nothing new under the sun. I mean, all of these sales tactics, go-to-market strategies, with the exception of AI doing work for you, pretty much everything's been thought of, written, created, and done. The problem is we don't have schools where we teach that stuff anymore. You have to go to Wharton Business School or you have to go to Harvard or something like that to get it. And by then you're well into your adult life and you sometimes have missed the opportunity that may have been right in front of you because you didn't know that there were things you could do for yourself. And so I want to be able to create I don't know if I want to call it products or whatever, but some solutions that allow people to find the gaps in their market or their business or their creativity. You know, I have someone I'm working with right now who's extremely creative, but cannot get out of their own way to do just one simple thing. And I find it ironic that I'm struggling with doing one simple thing as well, but I'm really good at communicating to them the importance of doing that one first thing. It's sort of the Elon Musk principle of first principles. And so I'm helping them there, but they're super creative. They have more ideas than they have time to even execute one of them. And so getting them to focus and all that sort of stuff. But I'm good at it and people benefit from it. I want to help people. Like I said, it's one of my character traits that, Tammy loved that about me. She would tell me all the time how helpful I was and how much of an impact I had on people. Every group I've ever been a part of has always said the same thing. I'm on LinkedIn. You can find me. I'm an equity owner in a technology company. I'm also, like I said, an executive for this company that I work with now. So it's not like I'm some fly-by-night guy who doesn't know who isn't real and who's making stuff up or, trying to get you to buy some get-rich scheme, or social media, digital product BS. I'm a real guy, having experienced a significant loss, and that event has triggered me to look at my life differently, and that in and of itself has created both some challenges as well as some opportunities. And I hope that you find this valuable and interesting, and I hope that you'll stick around and want to follow the ride. Life is hard. It's not, if it was easy, I don't know how rewarding it would be. One of the things about putting in the work and stuff like that is when you finally reach the pinnacle or you get your reward, whether it's a kiss, whether it's a date, whether it's a certificate from work or a reward from your community, whatever that is, a gold medal in a race, a championship trophy, whatever those things are, the reward is worth it. But it wouldn't be, you wouldn't look back at it and go that it was worth it if it was just handed to you. So it's part of our life. It's part of what we do and what we have to do. I'm thankful for it. I miss my wife more than anything. It's the hardest thing in the world for me to do. I don't want to be here. I want to be with her. But I'll do what I'm supposed to do here. and I'll live up to my commitment, my obligations. And I thank you guys for checking in and listening. Please do the things you're supposed to do. The like and subscribe. Put some comments in there. I'll answer the comments. I will. And I look forward to visiting with you guys soon. Thanks.